This deck has some unusual threats. A lot of cards we haven't really seen played much. Seriously, no Hexblade. Yes, seriously.
Sorry, Smitty.
What about Tezzeret? No Tezzerets in this deck.
Yeah.
He has no black. No black in this deck at all. It's solely blue-white.
Well, I think he's asking whether or not there's been, if we've seen any Tezzeret or whatever.
Shadow Yasuka is not in attendance, so no. he's the only one who still carries that banner.
The only person who has been foolish enough to still play Tezzeret?
Right.
Gotcha.
Interestingly, though, Scotty Kelley's deck...
it could play Tezzeret.
Huh, it almost. It could. It would have to splash black, but it could do it.
It's got enough targets.
Yeah.
All right, so
Eric Zotigh playing red-green aggro versus Scotty Kelley playing white-blue control.
It looks like Eric must have mulliganed this.
Looks like it. Yep. At first, I thought he was just laying out his hand in a really weird way.
Yeah, but then he kept putting stuff on there. And
wait a sec, you can't draw 14.
That is a good sign that things are not going well. But I still think he has a fairly good shot this game.
Oh, me too.
You know, this is a very interesting matchup.
Yeah, I think this is going to be really close. I think this is going to be decided on the play skill of the players here.
I really think that man, who has the advantage here? I think Scotty has the advantage here. I think it's the time lane for Reinforcement's main deck.
Yeah, that card is really good.
3 time leads main deck against red-green aggro. That just is so big.
Right. 3 Dave Judgment also.
Right now, you know, it does help for Eric that he does have Kessick Wolf runs.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, we've seen some red-green decks that don't have those, but.
Okay, so any pod decks, Brad Kirks asked? We've seen one pod deck so far, and it did win.
Yeah, it did.
So
Niapod.
Taylor Webb, if he's still doing well, I don't see him at the top tables there. Do you?
I don't, but he could also be in the feature match area.
Yeah, he could be hiding.
I know. All right, Eric, does he like his new hand? That is the question.
He's in the feature match area.
Nope, he is in the feature match area.
So Taylor Webb's still live.
Yeah, pod is not dead.
Nope. And if you're just joining us right now, I'm Zach Hall, joined by Sam Stoddard. We're coming to you from SCG Live here at Dallas, SCG Dallas.
Dallas-Fort Worth.
Dallas-Fort Worth. Technically Fort Worth.
We are in Fort Worth right now, the Fort Worth Convention Center.
So Eric Zotigh deciding on his 6 and decides to keep. Turn 1, Copperline Gorge Birds.
The unlimited mountains, or unlimited islands rather.
And a Chinese ponder, wow.
A very interesting choice.
Look at him. Close up of that unlimited island for you.
My heart skipped a beat for a second. I thought it might be summer, but no.
You know,
it does seem to be unlimited.
I don't know how to really recognize those.
It's hard. It's if they look like revised and they're darker, is usually how I would tell from a distance.
So like an unlimited card?
No, because the unlimited says tap.
Oh, okay.
And revised has the tilted T.
Makes sense.
When you're like me and you actually started playing in those days, you notice all these things because.
So Eric Zotigh.
You were just like, your card says tap on it? Yeah, Eric Zotigh, another.
A lot more of the Enderberg.
Yeah, he is representing 5 mana on turn 3.
Only 1 land though, so if Scotty could get up to Day of Judgment mana, Eric's gonna be crying there.
But he, you know, yeah, he's he has no he's got a what's that card called? The land he has in play.
Evolving Wilds?
Evolving Wilds, right, so he can't counterspell anything.
Right.
He can't manually get anything, so...
Looks like it'll be an attack for 1, and for 3 mana, probably a sword.
Sort of makes sense right here. And, yep. Now, if this sword is going to hit pretty hard.
Oh, yeah. Scotty Kelley has done nothing but cantrip and play lands on the draw.
God, and the revised planes. This deck, I love this mana base.
It's something else.
It is something else. He's gone the opposite route. Everyone else is playing full arts, gurus. He says, no.
No, revised.
Revised. Unlimited. Unlimited to pimp it out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And the random foil land.
Yeah, it's an interesting mix. A lot of Scotty's deck is foiled out, but a lot of it is whiteboard.
Yeah, it's great.
So sword gets O-ringed. And we'll see what Eric has.
Eric
to,
really needs another land here.
Yeah, he does. He needs to not get Day of Judgment.
He does need to get not get Day of Judgment, but he needs something to give him something to do. Green sun for 2?
For 2, looks like that's going to go grab a Strangleroot Geist.
That makes sense. Get in for 3.
Get some pressure on, have something post Day of Judgment.
Considering how aggressive his start was, he cannot be feeling good about where he is right now.
No, not at all.
Like Scotty, it looked like he was, faltering a little bit, and all of a sudden he's untapping with Day of Judgment mana.
Right.
And Eric is just no further along, really.
Yeah, we know Scotty Kelley does not have Day of Judgment. The closest he can come is Gideon Jura, but that'll have to wait a turn. It will be really good when it does come out.
It will
though.
be, yeah. The Gideon will be pretty good too.
Draws a Karn Liberated. That'll be good if he can get to 7.
3 mana comes out with Trinket Mage.
Trinket Mage. This can either grab Grafdigger's Cage or it can grab Elixir.
Elixir. The Trinket, getting the Grafdigger's Cage might be really good right now. Yeah. He's going to block that Geist.
Oh, yeah.
Block that Geist, doesn't come back. Thanks.
It's pretty hard to deal with a Strangleroot Geist that's already in play with 1 card, but Trinket Mage does it.
Trinket Mage does it. Very interesting.
Also turns all of Eric's green sun zeniths off, which is really important.
Especially just with as low of a land as Eric's on.
Right. Still only has 1 land.
No, he's got to assume he has other green suns or something in his hand. You can't imagine he has that many cards that cost more than 4 mana.
Right, and there's a forest. So up to 2 lands. Eric
Now,
Zotigh on
he does
his
have 1
10-5.
acidic slime. He can, if he has it in his hand.
That would be awesome to slam that one.
That would be awesome to slam right now. But we just cannot see it right now. I just don't know what he's been holding back on though. It's like, Galvanic Blast.
Okay, that's completely
Takes over the
reasonable.
Trinket Mage. He's been able to get in for 3.
And we'll see if he has a follow-up to this. I wonder. Oh, another bird.
Other birds, jeez.
Wow, I wouldn't have played that. That's just asking to get Dade.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he must assume he doesn't have Dave. He didn't cast it last turn or something.
Right.
Like
Still
Gideon.
There's the Gideon.
And barring like something happening, he doesn't have the mana to actually kill Gideon. Oh, and he just -2s it.
Wow. So immediately drops Gideon to 4 counters.
Yeah.
Strangleroot Geist will not come back.
He has 1 turn to try and kill Gideon here, and all of these birds are just they're not looking up to the job.
No. If this draw had been all elves instead of birds, Scotty Kelley would be at like
Yeah, his
6 life.
hand would have been awesome if those were all elves. He might be lower than that. Be able to kill Gideon right here.
Yep. Yeah, Gideon would have had to +2.
Yeah. Bird's acting as a real liability here, and then he has he's up to 7 mana.
Right, now he's drawing his lands and birds.
Right. So what can he play here? What can he gets Gideon down? He just doesn't have any big trumps.
No, I mean even something like Phyrexian Metamorph drawn right now, it can't copy anything. It can copy a bird.
Draws a
if
Hell
there is.
Rider.
Ooh, that would be dirty.
Because can he? No, he can't actually kill Gideon and not have to and be able to attack Scotty. He can just kill Gideon and redirect a bunch of damage to Scotty.
Right.
Put the Hell Rider damage on him, but
Yeah, the Hell Rider's an interesting card. Only 12 lands that produce red, so not the most reliable.
no. But he has all these birds.
Yes.
There's no shortage of those. Shortage of those.
Any Infect decks? No. I haven't seen a single Infect deck in this room. Fortunately, the more sets that come out, the better every single other deck gets. And
Not because we find Infect miserable, just because we find Infect miserable. I have played against an Infect deck recently.
Really?
Played Artful Dodge.
Artful Dodge, that's awesome.
It played that 4/5.
That
Artful
mother's
Dodge.
good, yeah.
Did not win that game.
So Gideon goes up to 5 counters. All those birds will be attacking it.
Yep. Hopefully Eric has something to do pre-combat, or if he has something else, at least hopefully he remembers to cast it pre-combat.
Yeah. So Scotty Kelley is in really great shape here. He has a Blue Sun Zenith in hand that will be end of turn for 3, and he's going to untap and play Karn after that.
I like where he is.
Yeah. These two Singleton Planeswalkers in Scotty Kelley's deck are really good. Yeah, Eric Zotigh is one of the worst draws this deck can produce.
Yeah, it's shockingly bad.
He's drawn 0
Galvanic Blast at Scotty's face, and in comes an elf.
Yeah.
Blue Sun for 3.
And as long as he finds an untapped land, there it is.
He does. He finds an island. So what are you gonna Karn here?
Eric Zotigh has no cards in hand?
No cards in hand.
I don't know. Might just Karn myself? No, I don't even know. I don't think there's any way Scotty can lose this game.
Yeah, I can imagine it's possible. He doesn't have.
I guess you just start taking out his lands.
Oh, a Reaver.
A Reaver.
All right, Reaver is problematic. These elves have to come in.
Close up on the Gideon.
Yeah. These elves, these birds are all coming in. He's got nothing left to block it. Can't Green Sun Zenith for his 4th Bird of Paradise. Scotty's going to gain 6, draw 2.
Yeah, this guy is awesome. He costs 7,
Yeah.
but he's
And
really powerful.
He's going to draw another one on the attack also.
Yeah.
And he blocks.
I think it's interesting that Scotty's playing Drogskull Reaver instead of Elesh Norn. Usually that spot for 7 is Elesh Norn.
Well, that's because he has these Chalice of life, and he gets to draw a card every time he gains life.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you
Spicy.
go. Batterskull plus Drogskull Reaver.
Jeez.
This could be the new hotness right here.
The
This
new
blue-white
hotness.
control deck. Do you know what his record is?
These players they have 1 loss, I believe.
1 loss each.
Oh, they're 5-0-1.
Yeah. So you might be seeing right now the breakout of Drogskull Reaver.
You saw it here first.
Saw it here first. It is not a very expensive card right now.
No, I'm checking Star City. I'm going to let you guys know how much it is. So Drogskull and Gideon coming in. Scotty's not even going to have to show him the Karn. Scotty takes game 1. Drogskull Reaver, $5.
$5 for a mythic rare.
It's about as cheap as any mythic rare that's playable is going to get.
Yeah. So
looking at these players' sideboards here, Scotty Kelley has access to Chalice of Life, Negate, Dismember, Ratchet Bomb, Purge, Big Jace, Elesh Norn, Dissipate, Divine Offering.
do you think he just brings in the chalices and just goes full life gain?
Not against the red-green deck, I don't think.
He's definitely bringing the Elesh Norn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That card is awesome here.
Elesh Norn is for sure coming in. Ratchet Bomb, I don't think we'll see Ratchet Bomb.
No, doesn't do enough. Ooh. So Eric has access to a card that I've seen in more sideboards than any card in the history of Magic, Mana Barbs.
Ooh.
I don't think I've ever seen it successfully cast in the history of Magic.
It's going to look pretty embarrassing if Eric casts a Mana Barbs and Scotty casts a Batterskull. That's for sure.
Right. Well, that's the problem with it. Like, it is a card that every once in a while comes back and everyone's like, ooh.
Yeah, Mana Barbs.
Mana Barbs.
Great against the control
And
decks.
I've literally never seen it cast profitably. I've cast it and it's never been profitable.
Really?
Really, never in my life.
It's all right.
I always cast it and they always cast something that just trumps it, and I'm just like, oh. It's
Well,
like
you do Acidic Slime my own Mana Barbs.
in my the cube I play, we used to have what's the name of that card? The Meter Void.
Yeah, okay.
Right? Never in the history of Magic of that cube did anyone cast Meter Void and win. They always cast it, and their opponent would like play 2 more lands, cast something big, and they'd just be like, well, got all these removal spells that can't get past my own Nether Void.
Yeah, if you're unfamiliar with this one, and you maybe should be because it's from Legends, 3 and a black, World Enchantment, all spells cost 3 more. So Mana Leak everything.
So, Eric I'm sure he's going to bring in the Mana Barbs here, but it's just one of those things where he can play Mana Barbs, and Scotty Kelley, he's got his talismans and stuff. He's going to play a Drogskull Reaver, and then all of a sudden, Eric is behind Mana Barbs.
Facing a lifelink creature.
Yeah, and he's like, well, I can't really, Green Sun Zenith or something. My Sword of War and Peace is going to cost me You know, if I just drew that, it's gonna, I gotta pay 5 life to cast it.
Right. He does have 8 mana creatures, but those are not going to live that long because of Day of Judgment and Ratchet Bomb from Scotty Kelley.
Yep, all I had to do was float mana and not attacking that monster. That's true.
Yep.
But
Game was pretty much over at that point.
yeah.
So, Eric Zotigh, his sideboard, Mana Barbs, could side an Ancient Grudge. He did see Pristine Talismans.
Yeah, I think you
Trinket
board that in. I think you board that in.
I think so too. Even if it only kills one thing,
Yeah.
it's still fine.
He's got 2 Thruns. Thruns are great here.
Yep.
Goes up to 3 Thruns total.
Guns will come in. What about Batterskull?
I don't think you bring in the Batterskull.
No, it is pretty good against Gideon,
That's true. It's true. I don't
but
know.
pretty ineffective otherwise.
And then Surgical.
No, I don't think we'll see that. I think that's probably mainly there for the Freets matchup.
Fair enough. All right, so they still finish shuffling, or are they?
I'm not sure who is shuffling whose deck right now.
This is the problem. Their sleeves are the same, are very similar colors.
Yeah, we probably need to give them warnings for that. Let's get that table judge right.
Only we can do that.
Judge warning.
See,
He's
if
not
one
playing
guy
fast.
had Han Solo sleeves and one guy had Darth Vader sleeves, I would always remember.
It'd be epic.
Epic. I would, of course, play the Jar Jar sleeves.
Oh, well, you're a giant troll,
Just,
aren't you?
yeah, exactly. Just a troll.
Get into hardcore arguments with about 15% of the Magic population.
Yeah, you know. Oh, it's my favorite movie. You see episode 1 in 3D yet? 5 times opening night. Han did not shoot first. That was an error, actually. George Lucas said so.
Yeah,
Was not intended. It just sort of happened, and they had to fix it in a later version.
the word of God is binding.
Exactly.
Word of George.
Word of George. I love how there's a series of fan edits for all the Star Wars movies that have, like, somebody took all the Blu-ray versions
Yep.
and a bunch of, like, Lasers version stuff and cut together the original movies
Oh, nice.
by taking out the special edition features.
I would like to see that.
And then somebody is also, there's been 3 or 4 recuts of episode 1 to correct problems like Jar Jar existing.
Nice. Probably makes the movie about
They
20
take all the
minutes shorter.
they take all the alien voices and they, like, play them backwards. They just subtitle them.
Oh, nice.
They got to make up their own story for that stuff. It's really interesting.
You know, actually, I saw a really, really great YouTube video. It was Star Wars Episode 4, so the first Star Wars that was ever made, shot by fans. They shot 10-second clips each.
That was really cool.
Yeah, really, really cool. Tons of different mediums, tons of different, completely different
And
innovations.
Eric is going to Paris once again.
Not the good kind of Paris.
Not the
either.
good kind of Paris.
Not the kind with lots of cheese.
Yeah, it might have cheese.
Kind with lots of 6-card hands.
It's got mulligan cheese.
Mulligan cheese. Scotty keeping his 7. So, important to note, even if both, or rather, even for the player that loses this match, they're still alive. They'll still be 1 loss, 1 draw.
X11. Where X is 5.
X is 5, yes.
X is 5.
So a lot of people on Twitter asking about Mono Red Burn. People asking about Freets. I'd love to see these decks too, but unfortunately they're just not doing too well right now.
Yeah, I would love to see. Yeah, I really want to see Freets do so well. I love that deck.
We'll get Dane Young on that. Dane is our coverage manager. Dane, we charge you to find a Freets deck for us.
Oh,
next
actually,
round.
Scotty Kelley did mulligan.
Oh, okay. So Scotty Kelley on 6 as well. So don't worry, T-Pearls. We've set Dane on a mission.
Find these decks. If he has to go too far, though, he's just going to come right back.
So it looks like both players with their 6. Eric going to 5. Wow. Scotty sees 3 lands, 3 spells, will immediately keep.
And he has an Hellish Norn, I see.
Yeah. Pristine Talisman, Elish Norn, 3 land. Couldn't make out a 6th spell.
This could come out quickly.
Yeah, really, Eric Zotigh's deck, as long as he gets a quick start, he doesn't really care how many cards he has.
That's true. That's true. But his hands just get exponentially worse the fewer and fewer cards he has.
Yeah.
Is that
So-
a Batter Skull too? Or Sun Titan?
Oh, wow. So Scotty Kelley's hand is really slow. 3-land, Pristine Talisman, Sun Titan Elishnorn. So a 6-drop, 7-drop, 3-mana artifact, 3 lands. If Eric draws one of his Ancient Grudges,
I think
be a
I
time
think
walk.
I just heard Eric mouth the word 4. So is he going to 4 or is he still at 5?
I think he's still at 5.
Okay.
Maybe he's saying, I hope I don't go to 4. Or I hope
I'm
I
of course
go
a champion lip reader, so it's easy
Right.
for me to tell if these things are going
3,
on.
4, 5 cards
All right.
for Eric Zotigh. We'll see if these 5 are accepted. And they are.
Not good. Acceptable.
Whenever you see the deck turn, you know it's a keep.
Yep. Turn 1 birds. All right. So what is his best turn 2 play? Maybe a Geist.
Yeah, that would be
That'd be
just
good.
fine.
That'd be good. Oh, sword. Sword's good too.
Yeah. Versus the hand of
Nothing but
do
6
nothing.
drops.
Yeah, not bad.
Yep.
So to answer your question, Grim Mage on Twitter, I believe Dane Young's doing a deck tech on Scotty Kelley's deck. So that should be up on the tech side of the coverage really soon.
Attention players, $10 draft number 5.
So this is exactly what Eric Zotigh needed.
Yeah.
It's a great draw versus Scotty Kelley's
Load up
slow
that
draw.
birds.
So if you're Scotty Kelley, would you have gone to 5 with this hand? 7-drop, 6-drop, 4 mana sources?
No, I think you keep that. You're not like incredibly happy about it, but you have the
Right.
cards you need to win if you get them late.
Yeah, I think it's at the bottom end of his keeping range there.
Yeah. But I think that going to 5 is so hard, that deck.
Right. So Sword connects. Wow. And Scotty Kelley drew an
an
O-ring.
Oblivion Ring. That's huge.
Yeah, it is. He does not have many answers to that sword, but
No.
one of those 2 O-rings drawn right off the top there. Yeah,
Of course,
actually,
Eric does still have 3 swords left.
right. Yeah, actually, Scotty Kelley has 1 Divine Offering and 2 Oblivion Rings as the only way he can kill swords at a moment's notice. You of course counter him, ratchet bomb him, but not quite the same.
Yeah, it takes a little while to do that. 12. Scotty at 12, Eric at 23. In comes a Strangleroot Geist, taking Scotty Kelley down to 10.
Wow. So Scotty Kelley already pretty low.
Yeah, he is.
Next turn he has Sun Titan.
He does get to play his Pristine Talisman here.
Right.
So it's going to stem the bleeding a bit.
And Eric Zotigh, if he had an Ancient Grudge right here, that would be an
That
effective
would be
time
huge.
lock.
That would be gigantic. Now the advantage for Scotty is he is in a position where if he can go, he might be able to go Sun Titan Elishnorn.
Yeah. If he can get there, that'll definitely put the game away.
Tax goes to 8.
Wow, Scotty Kelley
Not much you can
sitting
do
at
there.
8 life. Really has to be the sigh of relief that Eric
Virtually
didn't have
9
a
with
haste
the Pristine
booster.
Talisman.
Yeah.
And this looks like a Thrun or a Huntmaster Thrun.
Wow.
Scotty will go up to 9.
Up to 9, up to 10 on his turn. Have to imagine a Sun Titan's getting cast.
Yep, which
Plus-
will bring back the land. Bring
Yep.
back the whatever it is. Raptor's Cage.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
jeez.
Wow. Grafdigger's Cage
All
into
right.
Day of
Remember when I
Judgment.
thought that Sun Titan looked pretty good?
Yeah, I was actually about to say the only card Scotty Kelley will cast over Sun Titan here is Day of Judgment.
Yep.
That's
Maybe
exactly-
Scotty Hill doesn't have another land.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
it doesn't look like it actually.
Thought he had that seventh land or 6th land, 5th land, I guess.
Eric Zotigh with land go. And as soon as
Oh.
Scotty Kelley draws a land, this game's looking really, really bad for Eric. Where did the saying "take a trip to Paris" come from?
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that after the match because this is
Okay, sounds complicated.
It's not really complicated, but I want to. If this goes to game 3 or whatever, we can talk about it then. Just make sure we don't cover up the last of this game because I don't think this game's going to go much longer.
No, Scotty Kelley though is stuck on 5 land or
That's
five
true.
5 mana.
But if he hits 6, he gets 7,
Right.
and then he's Sun Titan Elishnorn. I don't see much out of the red green aggro deck that can ever come back from that.
No, definitely not. Eric Zotigh again would.
Mana Barbs.
So when
The card
Scotty,
we talked about earlier.
Scotty
He's
will
gonna
respond.
Blue Sun
Blue
Zenith.
Sun for 2. So as soon as Scotty Kelley untaps and plays Sun Titan, Eric Zotigh is looking to lose to his own mana barbs, isn't he?
I think he is.
Now, if he had Mana Barbs earlier,
Yeah, that's true.
it would have been way better.
And, you know, Scotty Kelley's going to lose 4. This Pristine Talisman is really doing a lot of work for him.
Yeah, it's gained 3 life already. Looking at 4.
You know, because he's, you know, he's paying 6 for the Sun Titan, but one of it is through the Pristine Talisman, so it's only 5, and he gains 1.
Right. Christine
And
Talisman.
he's got a Drog Skull Reaver 2.
I'm a little surprised that one is still in the deck. That's a lot of 7 drops in Scotty Kelley's deck.
It looks like he might be waiting to just play the Drog Skull Reaver next turn.
Scotty Kelley up to 12. Now this will be Sun Titan.
Yeah.
Up to 12, down to 7.
And
Titan,
Sun
Return
Titan.
Evolving Wilds. Oh no, cannot actually come into play because of Graph Diggers, right?
Nope, it can, lands are fine.
Lands are fine, okay.
Lands are fine. Creatures are not.
Creatures are not.
He's double checking to see if it's when it taps a land or when it's
Taps the land for
adds
mana.
for mana.
Yeah.
Player registered for the Legacy Challenge.
Either way, though, that shouldn't make a difference because Eric Zotigh does not have nearly enough reach to come back from
No.
this.
Please call your name and take your seat.
Even if he plays like he just drew a Hunt Master.
Which will immediately get Elish Normed. Assuming
he's
Scotty
still
Kelley
alive.
has the mana, yeah.
Reading the Graph Digger's Cage. Scotty Kelley. I mean, I guess he goes. But the problem is that if he casts Elishnorn, he goes to like 2.
Right. He has to decide whether Eric Zotigh has any burn left in his deck post-4.
Yeah.
Drog Skull Reaver might just be a better play instead of Elish.
Well, Drag Stories also gets down to like nothing. Also. I mean,
Right. Yep. Scotty probably has no real reason to do that. Oh,
Metamorph Sun Titan. That's pretty good.
okay. So Scotty takes a total of 5 from that, drops to 18.
Scotty on the plains.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, if Eric can deal with one more threat from Scotty, Scotty won't be able to play anything else for a while.
Yeah, maybe not.
Why didn't Eric Strangleroot come back because of Undying? That'd be Graph Digger's Cage.
Yeah, Graph Digger's Cage
On the bottom
kept
right there.
coming back. That's why I went Cage, Wrath,
Right.
or Day, or
Damnation, whatever you want to call it.
I imagine you just swing in here. I mean, the question is, do you want to get the 3 life so that you will not die to the to a Galvanic Blast? But then you can't really do anything. But
Yeah.
if you do get to that point, then you get to cast a Drog Skull Reaver.
Right.
And
Which gains a ton of life.
gains a ton of life. Or Elishnorn. Either one. But you need to be able to get beyond that hump of, you know, at this point he would go down to 2 life if he cast a 7-drop.
Right. And I mean, you just can't play like Eric Zotigh has Galvanic Blast post board against you. I don't think.
Yeah, I think that you have to play, I agree.
Yeah, it stinks to go down to 2 versus a deck that could have burn in it. But the only cards
Yeah.
that really punish you are Gal Blast and Hellrider, and only one of those is a reasonable
Eric's
card.
trying to figure out what he needs to block here or not. His Sun Titan, of course, awkwardly not able to get anything out of his graveyard.
Right.
And Scotty is gaining a life and dismembering.
Remembering. So that'll cost him less life than playing Drog Skull Reaver.
Yep.
But now, though, if Eric can kill that Sun Titan, Scotty was locked out of playing spells for a good while.
Yeah.
Because
Scotty
Scotty's
goes
down
up
to 3
3,
life. Is that
yep.
right?
4. He's actually at 4 because he gained
4.
1 off the
Right. Off the
that, so we only
talisman.
lost 3 life off this.
So Eric Zotigh would love to draw something like a Hellrider right now.
I mean, in all honesty, this this Hunt Master might be pretty productive here.
Yeah. I mean, it can always threaten flipping and dealing 2 to Scotty's face, too.
Right. Well, that's what's going to happen. Scotty can exactly cast a lot of spells.
Right. Mana Barbs is an interesting sub-game.
It is very interesting sub game. Now we'll take him, down to 14. He can block the. I guess he gains 2, so he only goes down to 16.
Yeah, Eric has a lot of time here. That Sunshine will crash in for 6 a turn, but he doesn't exactly need to jump block for at least 1 attack phase.
Right. I still think you do because you need to keep your life total up to keep casting spells.
Right.
So, yep, there's the Huntmaster.
That's a Huntmaster.
Eric goes to 14 and back to 16. In comes token. Said token will be blocking this Sun Titan.
Yep. Evolving Wilds gets used end of turn for Scotty Kelley. Wants to thin out that deck. Would love to draw Timely Reinforcements right now, huh?
That card seems pretty good.
Yeah.
I have the coolest deck here at Round 3 again. David Palmer, look it up.
So Scotty on taps. Yeah, he definitely has to be really careful of that Huntmaster.
Yeah, it could go real poorly real quickly.
Because also Eric can just attack him. Sure, he loses his Huntmaster, but Scotty Kelley takes 2, which can be pretty
I
important.
thought it has Intimidate, or is that Trample or something? Maybe it has Trample on the flip side.
Okay, so Eric Zotigh blocks with his Wolf.
Yep. No, he didn't sack his thing before he attacked.
Yep, he missed the chance to thin out his deck right
Yep.
there. Small thing.
If he can't cast something, we're flipping this.
Yeah.
You can see he wants to cast something.
He almost has to cast something. But if he does,
Nope.
he goes long enough
and
that flipping it kills him.
flips. Goes to 2.
So 2 to Sun Titan, 2 to you, more importantly. Go to 2.
Now, one of the nicest things about Prismatic Talisman is that it gains you, or it gains life as a mana ability. So you can't actually just in response to tapping it, get Galvanic Blasted if he's still in his deck. But Sun Titan, if Sun Titan blocks, they're both dead. And all of a sudden, Eric's at 16. Dismember.
Paying 5 life.
Oh boy. Not good for Scotty.
And there's the
Yep.
scoop. Trample takes it.
So here's the question. In that game, should Scotty have should he have gone down to 2 and cast Drogskol Reaver instead of Dismember?
I think so.
I think so too.
I think if he had done that, he would have won.
I think he would have won pretty easily.
I think he was really afraid of Galvanic Blast, but you just can't be irrational about it. You have to think, what are the chances that my red-green opponent actually has this card on his board against me?
Right.
It's really,
I agree.
Really low.
It is scary to go on 2 life, and you have to think, and I was thinking, well, does he wait a turn to make sure that he can have this? Or what does he do? And the answer was neither. He just, he cast a spell that was, I think, worse in the situation, just to deal one of his opponent's spells, and it just,
It backfired.
Yeah, he dealt with opponent's Sun Titan, but they could have just traded.
Yeah,
We could have waited a turn to cast Drogskol Reaver.
Yep.
Been at high enough life. I don't know.
So Eric Zotigh wins game 2 on 5 cards.
All right, so just to clarify the Paris thing, Paris was the second Pro Tour that the current Mulligan rule was used at. It was first used at Pro Tour LA, which was limited, and no one really cared about limited back then. And it was a little bit different format, and it was really announced a long time before the Pro Tour. I think they might have actually started using it at that first Pro Tour. I think it might have just been announced then, okay, well, if you draw, instead of mulliganing with no land, you can just put 1 bet.
Well, also, you can't exactly call a mulligan a Los Angeles.
That's true.
That's just too many syllables.
That's true, and this is the first constructed tournament with it, and it was the first, where people had an ahead of time to really play with it and try to figure stuff out, and everyone was real concerned. Well, everyone was really concerned at the time that combo decks would just rule because you get free mulligans. What about all these times that you have a combo deck, right? And you're just like, wow, I'll just mull the 6 and get the combo. People were real scared of it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, imagine Magic just changed. It was announced, okay, the mulligan rules are changing.
Imagine this is like the M10 rules. It was like, it may not have seemed fair the way the mulligan rules to work, where it was all land or no land, but Sometimes
but
you just
they dealt with it.
Sometimes you just drew your one of kill Jordan outpost and you just patch for sure. You know? That happens sometimes. Sometimes you just like turn one, strip mine, go, and your opponent's like, you know, turn one, strip mine, go, and you're like, draw, go. They're like, draw, go. You're like, oh Jesus, who cracks first? You know, that happens sometimes, and people like that. They got the new mulligan roll, and they're like, this is much better.
I mean,
especially in limited. Let me tell you, limited before that mulligan roll.
Oh boy, that must have been bad. Like, 2 spells that cost 5 land.
Well, okay,
Auto keep.
in fairness, everyone already just played like 15 lands and nothing but 5 drops, but...
What is a mana curve?
Yeah, what's a mana curve? Why would you play this 2-drop? It's only a 2/2. I've got a 5/5 in my deck.
Oh, Magic.
Yeah.
Classic
Good old
1997
days.
Magic.
Good old days.
Back when I wasn't playing. Can I reminisce about days when I wasn't playing?
Yes, you can.
Okay, good.
It's legal.
Good. I'm really happy about that. Because I do it anyway. So, who do you think's favored with Scotty on the play here? You still think it's Scotty, right?
I still think it's Scotty.
Yep. Even after seeing that last game, Eric on 5 cards just beat Scotty up.
Yeah.
Scotty's deck is pretty slow.
It is. I just think, I don't know. I still just going with Scotty. I just like these timely reinforcements.
Yeah, if Scotty ever draws this card, it'll be an entirely different game.
Yeah. He has 3 of them. He can get there. And what does he have in his hand? It looks like he might have a timely in his hand.
It's either a timely or a day. I can't quite tell. You can get a little zoom in there. Eric Zotigh does not let us see his hand ever.
Yeah. And once again, this guy cannot help. He is a global traveler. The man of the world.
Loves going to Paris over and over and over.
A jet setter.
A jet setter.
He just can't help it. He's like, it's a Tuesday, going to Paris.
Every day he's mulliganing.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. This is, Now I really feel that Scotty's gotten a huge advantage here.
Yeah, with a Day of Judgment and a timely reinforcements in his hand. He either has a timely and a day. There we go. Oh, just a little higher, Scotty.
A little higher, a little more on camera. Just fan him out. It doesn't matter. Put him right on the table. Looks like it's a day. Pristine Talisman.
We'll find out.
We'll find out shortly.
So Eric Zotigh would love to keep 6 cards. That would be above the average hand he's had for this match.
Oh man, he just has to be having the roughest day today.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
he doesn't have a loss yet.
That's true. That's true. Just this matchup is just like,
just maul,
maul 5.
So there's a 6. Let's see if he likes it any better. He would love a 1-drop.
You keeping it?
Wow.
Oh my God, 5 every game.
Scotty Kelley's got to just be jumping in his seat right now with a Day of Judgment and a timely reinforcements in his hand. What might be a timely reinforcements in his hand?
I don't think it is now. Eric Zotigh?
Zotigh, I think.
Zotigh?
That's how I'd pronounce
Honorary citizen of France at this point.
Yes.
He can retire there.
Legally, he can.
He can legally retire in Paris, in France now. It's pretty nice.
At least he gets French health benefits.
They have good retirement there.
Yeah, he gets a lot of time off from his job.
He does.
Way more than Scotty Kelley does living in America.
Right.
But you never know. We saw what Eric did last game.
That's true. I mean, Scotty could just draw all the Jerry Lewis he can stand. No. That's not a thing anymore. That's an old thing. Oh, boy.
Eric Zotigh does not look happy about his 5.
I can think of the number of 5s I've been happy about in my life in like the single digits. Though in fairness, I've not played a lot of dredge.
Okay.
Well, your 5s aren't too bad. We're like, oh, turn 1, I got a dredge thing going. Go.
Good enough. The rest of my cards are irrelevant. Oh, Divine Offering was that white card that I couldn't quite make out.
Okay.
And that is one of Scotty Kelley's only ways to kill a Sword of War and Peace. One of the best ways that Eric Zotigh could steal a game.
Yeah, one of the hard things about Magic is that all these cards, like, it looks so similar at some point.
Right.
Like, red's really bad because it's like...
They're all just burned.
Yeah, they look at the stars, they just check off whatever, like, you know... they go through and just check off all the exploding and burning adjectives.
Right. Scotty Kelley's other card is a Celestial Purge.
Yeah.
Does not kill many cards in Eric Zotigh's deck.
But it relevantly does kill Hellrider and the Huntmaster.
Yep.
And Mana Barbs, yeah. He probably brought in 4 Mana Barbs. Strangleroot Geist. I think he's casting it. Question about Mana Leak. There is no Mana Leak.
And there is an attack. 18 life
There
for
is
Scotty
Scotty at
Kelley.
18, though.
Eric Zotigh has the pressure he likes.
Now, if he has a Timely right here, it's pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But he has a Pristine Talisman instead.
Yep. Ghost Quarter into Pristine Talisman. Scotty Kelley, in the meantime, has drawn an Oblivion Ring. Now we'll see if Eric Zotigh brought in Naturalize.
Ooh.
That would be great against Oblivion Ring. Fine against Pristine Talisman.
Instead, merely a second Strangleroot
Well, that's
Geist.
even better.
That is very good.
Brings Scotty Kelley to 14. He'll go up to 15 end of turn.
If these are Eric's 5s, I understand why he got here.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't imagine seeing a 7. Scotty is untapping with a lot of lands. He's up to 5. But he really needs more like 6 before he gets going full speed.
Right. Day of Judgment, not great against Geist. Dismember, not great against Geist. O-Ring's fine.
And that was close. That was close. That is,
That's an Elixir of Immortality.
yes, it is.
And there's an O-Ring.
Okay.
Now, if Eric Zotigh could say untap Ancient Grudge right here versus Scotty Kelley's Missed Land Drop, that would be great.
That would be crazy good.
Eric Zotigh tries to read the Chinese Elixir. Cannot do that.
I appreciate this mixture of Chinese and unlimited and revised.
Yeah, that's nice.
The hodgepodge.
So
Down to 14.
Scotty Kelley, though, not worried.
Not worried yet.
Not worried yet. That's
And a
Oh.
sword. Now that O-Ring's looking a bit different.
well.
Just 6 though.
Scotty Kelley still has a Divine Offering. You see his Divine Offering mana there on the
Yeah,
right.
that's true.
So too bad for Eric Zotigh. He couldn't sneak a hit in. If you're Eric Zotigh, you would love to draw a Huntmaster. You'd love to draw a Thrun, a Hellrider, a Green Sun. He has a lot of great draws right now.
He does. Not that Scotty doesn't either. I mean, Scotty has
Batter Skull.
Batterskull, Elishnorn,
Yep.
a few things.
Sun Titan. Trinket Mage for Graph Diggers is fine. So there's
Flips
a
the
sword.
sword, comes in, down comes the Divine Offering.
So Scotty gains 4, 1 from Talisman, 3 from Divine, takes 2.
18, goes 16 total.
Yep. Eric Zotigh doesn't want to put the sword in his graveyard, but he has to. And he doesn't have anything
Yeah.
else. Passes
That means
back.
Scotty's an Elishnorn. Did he have an Elishnorn in his hand? He had something
Nope.
big.
I think he does.
Maybe just wanted to have an Elishnorn.
Nope, Scotty just says go.
Oh boy. Looks like he's got a Drogskull. He's got a day.
Yeah, he has a lot of time. That Pristine Talisman will basically make the Strangleroot guy steal 1 a turn.
Yeah.
And
He is a lot. Yeah, he is in no real pressure. There's going to have to be something big that's going to come down real soon. Whether that's a Huntmaster, whether that's a Hellrider.
he needs something.
Yeah. You just Metamorph. Metamorph for that your Strangler Geist. Just do something. Thrun. Unfortunately, Thrun is going to die to Day of Judgment.
Oh, yeah, it will.
Yep, and he did not have the time to leave 2 back up for it.
No, just does not have nearly enough mana sources. Dismember will get the Geist end of turn, and Scotty will untap and get Geist in
And
play.
you know going into this, after they dismember your Geist, you're
Right.
like, yeah,
End of turn Dismember Geist, eh? Okay.
yeah,
I'll just put my guys in the bin now.
I know the deal.
How good would a Kessig Wolf run have been for Eric this game?
Been real good.
Well, actually, he could only pump it for 1. He's so light on lands, but... And that will require 2 white mana. There we go. Scotty Kelley up to 12.
And he still has that elixir. He's at
Scotty Kelley's white blue deck features a lot of life gain.
Eric is just getting further and further behind every turn.
Yep. Another
run. Ooh.
Run number 2.
This is a good big development though.
Yeah, I mean, if Scotty misses on land for a few more turns, that run can take some chunks out of his life.
Yeah.
This might be a timely. That looks like timely mana. Oh, pristine
Yeah,
talisman.
pristine. But now all of a sudden, Thrun is virtually a 2/4.
Yeah, exactly.
And we have more man. What else is it?
Grafting.
And a Grafdigger's Cage. Yeah.
Scotty going up to 13. Now, if Eric Zotigh could draw an Ancient Grudge right here, that would be very good. Kill Grafdigger's Pristine. Drop Scotty down to 5 mana. It's like a little small dispute about the life totals.
That is appears what's going on.
Easy to do with Pristine Talisman.
Yeah. It looks like he has another sword in his hand, but
Does he have the 5th land?
yeah, can't tell.
Ask Scotty how many cards he has.
I keep trying to turn my head as if I can see around the monitor. Does not work.
No, unfortunately not. Eric Zotigh plays it close to the chest. Where's the player's eyes cam when you need it? You know, in 10 years, Magic will be able to sync up with your iPhone, live stream with your eye.
That'd be nice.
It'll happen.
Be real nice. It'll probably be really awkward. People forget to turn it off. Horrible things will happen.
End of sentence.
Yeah. 4 mana, and the mana barbs comes back down.
Wow. Okay. I'm not sure how good that is for Eric Zotigh, really.
I don't know either.
In response, Elixir will bring him up to... How much is it going up to right now?
I think it'll be up to 15,
15,
maybe?
I think that's right.
3 minutes left.
Yeah, these players have 3 minutes. They did have a small time extension. And yeah, that
See,
mana
the problem
barbs-
is that if Eric just Scotty plays one big thing,
And there it is. Here comes the
whether it's
Reaver.
yeah,
Yeah, he'll have to take 5 to do it, but he'll gain 2. So
right.
He'll go to 12. And he'll have a giant lifelinker.
Drawing a bunch of cards every turn. And do you understand how Draw Reaver works with Pristine Talismans, right?
You know I do, actually. Very
he
well.
didn't play it. He had the Reaver, right?
I sure looks like a Reaver to me.
He just didn't cast it.
It couldn't have been a Reaver. It's a Purge and something else.
Oh,
then.
he just wants to Celestial Purge that mana barbs. Yeah, I would have just cast the Reaver personally.
Me too. Want to slam that as fast
You're
as
going to
possible.
take a little bit of damage. These things cannot always be helped.
Yeah, but you take more from Thrun than... Either way. Scotty chooses not to do it. We'll sit on Purge instead. Eric Zotigh taps 3 mana for a Sword of War and Peace. And all of a sudden, that Thrun, protection from white.
Does the protection from white.
Will have protection from white.
And he
Purges,
purges.
netting 1 life in the process because of the talismans.
That Reaver better come out right now. And he's still going to take some damage from it, you know?
Scotty, oh, this is greedy. Ponders. What if he doesn't hit a land? Yeah, there's no land there, Scotty. What are you going to do? Not play Drogskull this turn. He instead ponders into another Ponder, an Elesh Norn, and an Oblivion Ring. So it looks like he'll draw the... No, another Ponder. I would have probably drawn the O-Ring. Save the Ponder for a little later when you don't like the top cards of your deck. But Pristine Talismans will bring him up to 13.
O-Ring, yep.
O-Ring hits the sword.
Now, the problem with his play earlier with the Ponder is that they are, they're getting close to the end of the round.
That too.
He may not have time to be Eric's deck. He may end up with the Dragskull Reaver in play, and Eric at, 5 life in the middle of this.
Yeah, that's definitely true. They're fast approaching time. It's really soon.
Naturalize.
Oh, naturalize on sword. Oh boy. We've got a new game.
And he comes in for 6. They're out of time.
So 6 plus 1 for the card in his hand is a total
Yep.
of 7, bringing Scotty Kelley to 4.
It's not looking good for Scotty Kelley. He just cast that Drogsko Reaver.
Scotty Kelley could have played that either of the last 2 turns.
Yeah. And the Earth is moving.
That's not an earthquake, just our
Now he'll go
pavilion.
to 9, so he's not actually dead.
Right.
And you know, if he plays the Reaver, I mean, I think it all works out for him theoretically. If nothing else happens on Scotty's on Eric's side,
Right.
he's not going to be able to win the game, but he's not going to be able to lose the game in time, I imagine.
That's definitely true. So Scotty Kelley up to 9.
It's turn 1.
So both players have. Oh, Eric Zotigh has 2 more attack phases, as does Scotty
Yeah.
Kelley. So 2 more for each player.
All then you play the Reaver, and you actually have just enough, assuming he doesn't get any more life. Because the Elvish Storm takes it up to a 5/7.
Well, he can block, right?
It's Elvish.
Flying.
Yeah,
That's right, too.
And that's exactly 20. If he has 2 more attack steps, but you have to play the Reaver right now. You can't get afraid. Play the Elvish Norn.
Yeah, Scotty
But
looks like he wants to play
He
the.
wants to play the Elvish Norn so bad. he just doesn't want to play the Reaver.
He doesn't want to die to
play
Gal
the Reaver.
Blast.
He doesn't, but he needs to play the Reaver.
Right, he
That's
has
the
to.
only way he's going to win this game, is by playing the Reaver.
Right, and especially since these players have 1 draw already, another draw doesn't do them any good.
Right. Well,
Maybe a little bit.
A little bit.
For tiebreaker
A little
reasons,
bit.
but
I mean,
not as much as 3
Exo-
match points.
right.
Scotty Kelley tipping off that he might just have 2 7-drops in hand.
Yeah. And, you know, it's like the Elvish Norn's going to guarantee a draw, and the Drogsko Reaper's got a chance at it. There you go.
So Drogsko comes into play. Eric will untap and try and finish Scotty Kelley off.
Yep, he's got to draw another equipment. He's got to draw.
Yep, Sword would do it. Metamorph would do it. Dismember would do it.
Yep.
Scotty down to 2 life.
Yep.
Eric will gain some back, but his life total is irrelevant at this point. Scotty cannot kill him in time. Eric has 1 more attack phase.
Scotty can go to 4, play the Elvish Norn. If he has no other cards in his hand, he still dies exactly.
Scotty right now thinking about upkeep ghost quartering because he knows the top card from Ponder, and he'll have to do that. He desperately needs to draw. Let's see, what can he draw right now? He can draw Batter Skull.
Draw Battleskull. Draw Timely, get
Elixir.
him up to 6.
Yep, Elixir,
Timely's not
Timely
enough.
would.
Yeah, no, Timely's enough. Timely is enough.
Timely, Elixir, Batter Skull, not Oblivion Ring, not Day of Judgment.
Yeah, I got no more Oblivion Rings left.
Trinket Mage Chump Blocks.
Yep.
He doesn't have many cards he can draw here.
Well, Trigger Mage also just gets the Elixir.
Right.
He drew a spell, but what kind of spell was it?
Can't quite tell.
Does not look like a spell that's going to win him the game, though.
Oh,
Because,
wow,
yep, there
there's
he
the
goes.
hand. Eric Zotigh, 5 mulligans in the 3-game match,
Yep.
still wins 2-1.
Wow.
Wins both games he mulls to 5.
That is
Does not win the
amazing.
game he mulls to 6.
So do you think Scotty would have won if he had played that Drogsko Reaver?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. If he had just played Drog Skull Reaver the first time,